Welcome back to the Dias Cast. You have your normal, typical host, the OGs.
The boring hosts that you're too used to.
We don't have Jake this week, so we know the views will be down. But
right.
We're looking forward to this. Last week I promised, or a couple of weeks ago I promised I wouldn't be playing Nurgle anymore, and I'm definitely not following through on that promise.
It was all lies.
It was lies.
We had an event this past weekend. Our friend Austin hosted a tournament, Warfare in Wales. And so we got together there. It was a one-dayer, 3-round event. And, of course, we went through and won both of our first 2 games each.
We rig it so we're on opposite sides of the bracket. And then I definitely didn't want to play Nick before the championship. So, we're playing for this beautiful trophy.
The Golden Baby.
The Golden Baby.
It's not going to focus on that at all.
No.
Yeah.
So, this is actually a list I'm bringing to Vault Wars as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess as many reps as I can get in with it. It's pretty typical to what I've been playing lately with a couple of change-ups.
Right. So this is the championship of the event, and I'm running a list that's similar to what I'm bringing to Vault Wars as well. It's a Kharadron Overlords list, but it's got a twist that I can't run in Vault Wars, and that's the brand new Krondspine.
He didn't have enough filth in it, so he's definitely filthed it up.
You got to make it as dirty as possible. And I've only gotten a few games in with the Krondspine. I'm loving it so far.
Yeah.
It is incredibly powerful. Probably needs a little bit of a points adjustment.
We'll see how it goes. Maybe Nurgle can shut it down a little bit. Before we go on, we got to definitely mention, we got to thank Austin for having the tournament, but then our buddy Sean, who should be on the channel sooner or later.
Yeah, absolutely. Sooner, hopefully. He's a patron of the channel, and he, for that event, cooked all the food. He's involved in our channel, helping us out, and he's working on getting us some new printed terrain. So just a huge thank you to Sean for everything they do for the channel.
Yeah,
and
some
everything
delicious
they did for that
venison.
event. Oh, amazing
bacon.
cook.
It was great.
Yeah.
So we'll get into the list, but look at that prize. Amazing.
Let's get into it.
Let's do it. It's Nurgle again this week. I'm still riding that beast train. If you've been watching the channel at all, I'm just bringing a very similar list with a few subtle adjustments. I'm still in the following host. But this week, instead of having Sloppity as my general to get the extra tree right off the bat, I'm actually bringing the Lord of Afflictions as my general so that I can run his Overwhelming Stench. It's just one of the best command traits in the game, and it shuts down being able to use or receive command abilities for units within 7. Then instead of Bloab this week, I'm bringing Orgots. Orgots is just such a tank, and I found out, thanks to Jack, that he's actually the only War Master of the Maggotkin Lords. So if I start with my Lord Afflictions off the table, I'll still get all the command points that I want. Can't bring Beast without bringing Horticulus, and Sloppity always finds a way in my list. That's and then I'm going to add 8 Beasts and a unit of 2 Puscoils. They're wrapped up in 2 Battle Regiments, so I'll be 2-drop. 1965, so I'll also have my Triumph, which is Bloodthirsty.
One of my themes recently has been cramming as much melee power as I can into Kharadron Overlords, and no exception here. I have got 1,200 points of Kharadron Overlords units and 800 points of Coalition and Allies. So I'm going to start off with an Admiral. They just got the glow up from the White Dwarf. So he's got the Grudge Hammer and Supremely Stubborn command traits and artifacts. Those are compulsory in Barak Thryng. I've got an Aether Chemist who's got Spell in a Bottle, thanks to my Warlord Battalion. And then I've got an Auric Runeson to help out my block of 10 Hearthguard Berserkers. So they're going to be a very durable presence and anvil in this list that Kharadron desperately needs. 3 units of 10 Arcanauts is my screening, and also Wound Pass Off from the Admiral. And then I've got the Krondspine, the big show, a behemoth that just tears up everything. He's really, really good, and I'm excited to get him on the channel so that people can see him in action, see how to play him, see how to counter him, hopefully. Hopefully Justin can make a good showing of that. I've also got an Ironclad. It's got the last word, so it's going to be able to shoot at the end of the charge phase. And then I've got 1 unit of 3 Sky Wardens, just kind of rounding out my points, and the Warp Lightning Vortex, as I mentioned. So I've got 3 battalions here. I've got Warlord with all my heroes, Hunters of the Heartlands on the Hearthguard Berserker, and the unit of Sky Wardens and 1 unit of Arcanauts. And then I've got Alpha Beast Pack on the Krondspine and the last word, which is going to let me do some redeployment and some potentially aggressive movement. So I'm excited to see what it can do. I really like this list, and I think it's got some real play. I think Krondspine shores up the weaknesses of the army.
Alright, so today we're playing Feral Foray. We actually have this pretty frequently on the channel. There's 6 objectives. Territories go right up to the middle of the board, and deployment leaves an 18-inch dead zone in the middle. It's a typical scoring of score 1 for controlling 1, score 1 for controlling 2, score 1 for controlling more, and then 2 points for your battle tactic. But starting in the second round, if you control an objective in your enemy's territory, you can rate it for an extra point. So, yeah. Otherwise, it's pretty typical, and it's kind of one of the tournament standards, so it'll be good practice. So with my deployment, I am attempting to normally I try to pack in the beasts to be as close to Horticulus, just to make sure they're within his bubble. Here I'm sacrificing some of that utility to present more of a spread out between the Warp Lightning Vortex and Nick's shooting. I don't want to clump together my targets, so this also I'm trying to put things more than 3 away, so if Krondspine comes into anything, charges are still on the table because of his no retreat rules. Yeah, Nick's army makes it especially hard to decide if you want to go first and second, because he has so many ways to get into between the Warp Lightning Vortex and Fly High. So I also wanted to kind of present where I could do whatever I wanted here.
I definitely wanted to keep my heroes protected from potential first round charges, but knowing that Justin has the choice of going first or going second, I wanted to put myself in a position where I could be as effective as possible if I am in a going first situation. I think that's the most likely scenario from Justin, is that he'll have me go first to avoid the double turn from me. So I position such that I can really reach out and touch Justin pretty effectively on my first turn. A lot of that involves just getting bodies, getting screens into position, being ready to push those screens out, and being ready to really strike with my very effective units and get the Krondspine into the fray as early as possible in a way that I think it'll still stick on the table and be effective. So I lined it and the Hearthguard up on one flank, and they're going to be my melee presence over there, lined up opposite Orgots. And then I just have my shooting presence on the other side and that mobile castle that the Ironclad presents.
Alright, so before game, I need to roll on my wheel. Lately I've been saying I want a 4 and I've been getting it. The last 3 games, I'm going to say I want a 4. No, a 2. That's not what I wanted. So this will be Fecund Vigor. All units are treated as being within 14 of the locus of fecundity, which is very, very useless.
Sure. Well, it might be.
It might be okay.
Might be in the bottom.
Yeah.
I have got a couple of things to do here at the start of the game. I've got my Alpha Beast Pack moves. So the Krondspine is going to move 5 inches. And the Ironclad has the option to move here, and because it's a normal move, I could make this a fly high, but I'm going to go ahead and opt not to make that move with the Ironclad. Also, at the start of the game here, I get to choose 3 targets, 3 enemy targets. It doesn't specify that they need to be on the battlefield. So these are going to be my grudge targets, and I'm going to pick the Lord of Afflictions, Horticulus, and the Orgots. And so I'll get to reroll 1s to hit them with all my Barak Thryng units.
Sounds good.
At the start of the game, I also need to declare the Admiral's special shot. He's going to take the shot that removes a ward from the target unit. And that's on a 2-up. And I do that at the start of my shooting phase when I choose to declare that.
I'm going to give away priority. I'm going to let Nick take the first turn. It's a difficult decision, but I never want to be doubled or even give a chance for a double against this army. So good luck, Nick.
Good luck. So I'll collect 2 victory points, or 2 command points, and you'll get 3.
Yep.
For my battle tactic here, I'm going to pick Ferocious Advance, and that's going to be these 2 units of Argonaut Company and the Chemist. They are all going to run during this turn. For my heroic action, I'm going to attempt to get an extra command point with the Admiral. And I will do so on a 6.
Trying to read Nick's mind a little bit. I'm going to actually do Best Day Ever or Finest Hour on Horticulus this round.
Sure. One of the key elements to this list is the Warp Lightning Vortex, and I don't need to generate a whole lot of damage with it. It's really an area denial tool, and I'm going to go ahead and use it right now from the Chemist. So the Warp Lightning Vortex is going to come down here and really clump up the middle of the board, which I'm really happy about. Turning off runs is obviously really big on the Beast of Nurgle, and then I'm going to get some damage out of it here too. So these are just going to be 4-ups because there aren't any units actually within the Vortex. Let's go Sloppity first. So on a 4-up, he's not going to take any. The next Beast of Nurgle is going to take D6. So he's going to take 4 mortal wounds.
We 4 5-ups. He's going to pass 3.
Sure. And then the next Beast of Nurgle is going to take none. So no damage so far from that.
You got 1.
I did get 1, yeah. And then we can get into the movement phase. At the end of the movement phase, then Warp Lightning Vortex is going to go off again. Same 3 targets. So Sloppity Biopiper is not going to take any. That Yellow Beast is going to take D3 for 2.
Let's take 1 more.
And the other Beast is not going to take any. And with that, we can get into the shooting phase here. Alright, in the shooting phase, I'm going to fire first with the Ironclad. I am going to spend that free command point I got with the Admiral to give it all-out attack. And then the attacks here are going to be split. I'm going to put the torpedoes into Orgots. I'm going to put the carbines into the close Beast of Nurgle. And I'm going to put the Great Volley Cannon into the back right Beast of Nurgle there.
So I'm going to use the free command point from Orgots to give them all defense.
Sounds good. So first up, we've got the torpedoes into Orgots. These are going to be 4, currently 3s and 3s.
Rerolling 1s, right?
Rerolling 1s because he is a grudge target. 3 hits. And that is just 1 wound at -1.
This will be a 3-up. We'll be okay.
Okay. Then into the close Beast of Nurgle, I've got 8 shots from the carbines. These are going to be 2s and 3s. No re-rolling on these. That is 3 at -1.
These will be 6-ups. Didn't make any.
2 damage each.
6 5-ups. He made 3 of those. He'll be at 3 once taken.
Okay. And then the Great Volley Cannon into that other beast. It is going to have 16 shots. And these are all going to be 2s and 3s. That is a total of 11 at -1.
These are going to be 11 6-ups. I need 1.
They're 1 damage each.
And then it'll be 10 5-ups. Need 2, you're going to count to them.
Okay, I'll take it. The beasts are durable enough that anytime you bring one down, it's pretty great feeling. My Sky Wardens are going to be my only other shooting here, and they are going to put their shots into the Beast of Nurgle beside the tower. That's the one they've got in range with their long guns. So I've got the Skyhook, that's going to be a 4 and 3. Hits and wounds, that's at -2.
That's going to go right through.
3 damage. Okay. And then the Gatling gun, that's going to be 3 hits and just 1 wound at -1.
So it'll be a 6 up.
Okay. And with the shooting done, then we can get into charges. Into the charge phase, I just have 1 charge I'd like to make here, and that's going to be Krondspine. I would like a big number. He has a bubble of re-rolling charges, so going for a big number here. 3 is not going to do it, so he's going to re-roll that. And he'll get in on a 10. That's it for my charge. Obviously a very big charge, very consequential charge. Hopefully be able to get some real damage done here. It does leave my Ironclad out a little bit for the flies potentially coming in, and that's definitely a concern. But I think if I can get into Orgots and really tie it down with the Krondspine, that's going to be great for me, obviously, here. End of charge phase here, I'm going to roar on Orgots. 3 up. Got it.
He'll roar back. Nope. Sloppity is going to play the... He's going to do mortal wounds on 6s to wound.
Okay. So the Krondspine is going to pile in like that, going to dedicate all of his attacks to Orgots. So with the claws, this is going to be 8 3s and 3s. That is 2 at -2.
These will be 4 ups. Oh, I'm sorry, 5 ups. Both go through.
Okay, 2 damage each.
4, 5 ups, but 6s will do more wound back. He'll take 3.
Okay, and then the bites, these are going to be 3s and 2s. 2 of them hit. And none of them wound. Lackluster.
Okay, so I'm going to first attack with my beast that is closest to Sloppity. Sloppity's going to spend a command point to give him all-out attack.
Sure.
So it's going to be 4 attacks, 3s and 3s on his first profile. He did once, he hit with everything and he did 1/6, so we'll put a disease point on. 3 soon. It'll just be 1 wound at -1.
1 at -1 is going to be a 5 up, and I'll fail that. Take 1. 2.
And then he'll have d6 attacks on a second profile. For just 1, this will be a 3. Another disease point. 2. A 3. This
1 at north end.
Yep.
4. Mid.
And then the other beast will be at 4s and 4s. Or 4s and 3s. He will do 3 disease points though.
Sure.
And then 6s to wound here. We'll do a mortal in addition. So 1 mortal and 1 save at -1.
4. 5 up. No, 4 up on the second profile, right?
No, that was the first.
That was first profile. So failed that. He takes 2 and the mortal wound in addition.
Yep.
He's taking 5.
And then on the second profile will be d6. For 3, this will be 4s and 3s. Just 1. And then a 6 will do a mortal wound here. No. And Orgots will have... He's going to start with 7 attacks. These will be 3s and 3s. We're now maxed you out on disease points.
Sure.
And then you're going to have 4 at -1.
4 at -1 are going to be 5s. Made 2 of those.
So it's going to be another 4 damage. So you're at 9.
Okay.
Orgot's second attack has 5 attacks. These are going to be 3s and 2s. 2 at -2.
6s. Made 1.
That'll be 3 damage.
Okay. So he has taken a total of 12 so far.
Start of the battle shock phase. I'm going to roll 7 dice. 4 ups will do a mortal wound. So that's going to be an additional 6.
So that's actually just what you needed to max out the damage on the Krondspine. So it's definitely going to go down a level at the end of during the battle shock phase. So it is down to level 1.
Some people would say eat it, Krondspine, after that.
So yeah, that's the end of my turn. I hold my 3 objectives. I completed my battle tactic of everything just running around, and I didn't manage anything else. So hold 1, hold 2, battle tactic. Total of 4 points.
Beginning of hero phase, Horticulus is going to plant a tree. And then I'll count up my contagion points. I'm going to get 2 from the trees and then 3 for having models on my side. No additional points, so I'll be at 5.
Don't get my command point here because the Admiral, my general, is in a garrison, so he's not technically on the battlefield.
So that's my contagion points. The next thing I'm going to do right away is do my Locus of Fecundity, which also goes off. Due to the round I'm in, I actually wasn't excited about it, but because of the round I'm in, I will be able to roll D3s for every model. So the Far Beast is going to heal 2, we'll be down to 1. Orgots is going to heal all 3, we'll be back to full. The Beast closest to Stopity is going to heal 1, we'll be at 2. The other Beast next to Stopity is going to heal 3, we'll be at full. For my heroic action this turn, it's going to be Finest Hour for Orgots this round.
Sure.
And then for my battle tactic, I'm going to take Savage Spearhead.
My heroic action here is going to be to try to get an extra command point with the Admiral. And I failed to do so.
Alright, I don't have any spells to cast, so I'm going to go right into movement. So I guess I'm really going to try to take out the Krondspine here. Having Orgots at full health and then some potential charges to do mortals here. I think that I might be able to get him off the table. I do have shooting to begin with though, and we are going to use Orgot's free command point, and he is going to shoot at the Krondspine. He's going to hit, it's just 1 attack, it's going to hit on 2s and wound on 2s. And that will hit at -1 round.
Okay. 1 5 up, and I'll fail.
It's going to be D6 wounds for 4. Into charges. Start with my most important charges over here. I'm going to first charge with my Lord of Afflictions. He's not going to get on a 6. I'm going to re-roll that with my Triumph. He's going to get in on a 10. He on a 2 up, he'll do D3. Yes. For 2.
That's going to kill 2 dwarfs.
I'll then roll my charges with the Pusco Blight Lords. 7 will not do it. I'm going to spend a command point. I will not get in with the Puscos. I then have a charge with my Yellow Beast of Nurgle.
He gets a reroll because of the Krondspine's aura.
You gotta appreciate that. It's gonna get out of 10. So on a 2 up, he'll do D3. Yep. For 2.
Okay.
Then we have our ended charge phase. I'm going to Titanic Duel with Orgots.
Okay. I'm going to roar at Orgots. On a 3 up, I succeed.
Then at the beginning of combat, the Biopiper again is going to do, he's going to do mortal wounds on 6s to wound. So then we're going to start with Orgots. He has 7 attacks on his first profile. He's Titanic Dueling and he's on Finest Hour. So these are going to be on 2s and 2s. 1 disease point and 1 miss. And then 2's the wound. It's going to be 3 at -1.
3 at -1 are going to be 5-ups. And I will fail all 3 of those.
That will be 6 damage.
Okay.
And then he has 5 attacks on a second profile. This again will be 2s and 2s. It's going to be 3 at -2. And one more.
3 at -2. I am going to save just one of those.
That will be 6.
6 damage total.
Yep.
Alright, that caps out the damage on the Krondspine. I will then activate with the Argonaut Company, and they're going to pile in and put their attacks onto the Lord of Afflictions. So they're all getting in. I've got 2 attacks with gun butts. They're going to be on 4s and 5s. They're actually on 3s and 5s because I am within 9 inches of an objective. So both hit, wounding on 5s. 1 wound, no rend.
So this is going to be a 3-0. Nope, damage.
Just 1.
He's got a 4 because of the split horn helm. Nope, he's got 1 damage.
2 attacks with the Sky Pikes. These are going to be on 3s and 4s. 1 hit. And 1 wound at -1.
This will be a 4. It's fine.
And then with the Cutters, I've got a total of 5 of those. These are going to be 3s and 4s. 4 hits. And 4 wounds at no rend.
This will be 4 3-ups. And then 1 4-up. He's got 2.
Hey, 2 damage out of the Argonaut Company there is exceptional.
There's no reason to attack anyone else with Krondspine being maxed out. So we are going to go right back in there. I am going to spend a command point to give them all attack.
And I would love to spend here for all-out defense, but of course I can't because of the overpowering stench.
So his first attack, it's going to be 4 attacks. These are going to be 2s and 3s. That's just 2 at -1.
2 at -1 are 5s. I'm going to pass one of those and fail one.
D3 for 3.
Okay, that'll take 3.
And then his second profile has 6. These will be 2s and 3s. 1 disease point. And then 3s. He will have done 5 at no rend.
5 at no rend are going to be 4-ups. Going to pass 3 of those and take 2. They're 1 damage each, right?
Yep.
Okay. My only other activation then, of course, is the Krondspine. I am going to put all of these attacks into Orgots. It's unlikely that I'm going to kill Orgots here, but I am going to try to reduce the amount of health he's got so I can hopefully then finish him off into round 2. So I am tabled down to level 1. Just going to have 7 attacks with claws. These are going to be 3s and 3s. That is going to be 4 at -2.
He's on finest hour, so this is going to be 4 at 4-ups. Pass 2 of them.
2 damage each.
And then he'll have 4 5-ups. He made 1. He'll take 3.
And then the bites, they're going to be 3s and 2s, just 1 hit, 1 wound at -3.
The -3 will put him to a 5-up. Nope.
And then that's 4 damage.
4 damage, 4 5-ups. Pass 1. He's at 6 total.
Okay. Got some damage in. In the battle shock phase, you've got a disease roll, of course, over here.
That's going to tick up to 2. So 2 4-ups. I didn't make either.
Okay. And then it's going to go back to 1. I am going to spend their 8th of gold for the Triumph to Inspiring Presence. And then Krondspine, of course, is just going to die.
I wish I was going to say he would be missed, but I'd be lying.
I definitely was hoping for more output there in the first turn. Hoping to get in a situation where I could level up in the next turn in combat there.
Yeah. Alright, so then I control 1, I control 2. I do not control more. So when I complete my battle tactics, so I'll have a total of 4 points.
And you kill the monster, so you'll make it 5. So how do you feel the round went?
Very happy to get rid of Krondspine. The rest of the army is very good, but I feel up in materials, and you're still going to have to devote a lot of resources to get rid of Orgots at this point, even with the fact you can potentially take away his after save and things of that nature. So, I should have so I feel pretty good. I would love a double here to kind of reinforce my advantage. But if I don't get it, I'm not going to cry. So.
Yeah, obviously losing Krondspine that way sets me way behind here. I've got some play into starting to take things off, but I'm obviously already way behind on material here. So big priority roll into round 2. And my 1 loses to your 2.
I'm going to push the advantage here. I mean, I would like to be able to heal up Orgots and get some more points when I feel that Nick is at a weak point. So
sure.
So I'm going to advance the wheel. It's the burgeoning. So I'll get to roll a dice for each battle round that we're in, and on 4 ups I'll get an extra contagion points. So right at the start of my hero phase, I am going to do my contagion points. So I get 1 for each tree. I get 3 for having a unit wholly within Nick's territory for 5. 3 for having something in my territory for 8. And then we'll see if I get any additional. I get 1 additional for 9. That's going to bring my total to 14, which is a nice magic number. Then for my battle tactic this turn, I am going to take Broken Ranks. Yeah, I'm going to choose Nick's 3 very Arcanauts that are there. I'm also going to heal prior to doing this. This guy will be fully healed. This guy will go to 1. Orgots will go to 5. And my Blood Afflictions will go down to 1. For my heroic action this turn, at this point I kind of feel like the Warp Lightning Vortex is doing me as much of a favor as it is Nick. So I don't feel need to bring that down. I am going to try to roll for an additional command point from the Lord of Afflictions. He'll get 1 on the 4th.
And I will go for an extra command point on my Auric Rune Son. And he will fail.
In my movement phase. Into my charge phase, I'm going to first attempt to charge with my Huskell Blight Lords. They're going to get in on a 6. The one with the metal thing on top on a 2-up will do D3. Yes. For 1. And then the other guy will do 1 on 4. No. So just 1 guy. And then I'm going to charge into your gentleman with first the pink guy. He's going to get in on a 6. On a 2-up, he'll do D3. Yep. For 2.
Okay. They've got 4-up ward. And they'll pass both.
At the beginning of combat, Sloppity is going to... He's going to play My Love is Like a Red Bright Fart so that Nick can't pile in closer to any models.
Sure.
And then I am going to start my attacks with that beast. He's going to have 4 attacks. These are going to be on 4s and 3s. 3 hits. 2, -1.
2 and -1 are going to be 6s. Going to fail both of those.
4 damage.
4 ups. Going to pass 1, so they'll take 3.
Then he'll have D6 attacks on a second profile for 5. 1 1 disease point and only 1 hit. And 1 wound.
Okay.
North.
1 5-up. And then a 4-up. They'll take that one as well. I will fight with the Arcanauts over here. I've got the 1 Sky Pike. It's going to be on 3s and 4s. 1 hit. 1 wound at -1.
This is going to be a 6-up. And he's fine.
Okay. And then the gun butt hits, but fails.
Then my 2 guys will go. This will be 8 attacks. Or I'm sorry, 10 attacks. These will be 3s and 3s. Disease. It's going to be 4 at -1.
Okay. 4 at -1 are going to be 5-ups. And that will clean the unit.
They'll get to fight on death.
They've got a 4-up to fight on death. The one with the Skyhook fails to fight. The one with the gun butt fights and misses. We have the Hearthguard. 2 of them are going to be in range.
And then I'll spend a command point for all defense.
Okay. They've got 4 attacks. These are going to be 3s and 3s. That's going to be 3 hits. And 2 wounds at -1.
These will be 5-ups. Made 1.
2 damage.
5-ups. He'll take 2. So I now control 1, control 2, control more for a total of 3 points. I complete my battle tactic for 5. So I'll get 5 points. That's wrong.
Okay. Going into the bottom of 2, Kharadron obviously need to do quite a bit of work here. Nurgle will get 1 command point. For my battle tactic here, I'm going to take Bring It Down on Orgots. For my heroic action, I'm going to attempt to get an extra command point with the Admiral on a 4-up. I failed to do so.
I'm going to attempt to heal Orgots. Sorry. That was... no, he won't.
My Chemist is going to augment this unit of Argonauts with the Aetheric Augmentation. And then we can get into the movement phase. I'm definitely behind the 8 ball here with Justin deep in my territory. Obviously the priority roll for next turn is going to be crucial for me to stay in this. But I feel like the Ironclad is well positioned here to start taking things down. I do have Bring It Down declared on Orgots, and then Sloppity is there with relatively little protection, so hopefully I can start wearing things down, make my combat units a little more effective going into the next turn here. At the start of the shooting phase, the Admiral is going to designate 1 target within 12 inches. That's going to be Orgots. And on a 2-up, Orgots will not be able to make any ward saves. So Orgots cannot make any ward saves. I'm going to start my shooting over on this side. I'm going to have my Chemist fire first. He's going to fire into the Lord of Afflictions. He's got 3d6 shots. That is going to be a total of 7 shots. These are going to be 4s and 4s. 5 hits. That is going to be 3 at -2.
These will be 3 5-ups. Didn't make any.
Just 1 damage each.
3 4-ups. You passed all those.
Okay. And then the Argonauts are going to put all of their shots into the Lord of Afflictions. I'm going to declare next with the Argonauts, and they're going to put all their shots into the Lord of Afflictions. All the Argonauts here are in range except 1 pistol on the end. So we'll go through these in sequence. Alright, first going to fire with the Aethermatic Volley Gun from the Argonauts here. These are going to be normally 5s and 4s, but down to 4s and 4s because they are close to an objective. 6 shots, 4s and 4s. 3 hits. And 1 at -1.
This will be a 4-up. You pass it.
Okay. Next up, the Skyhook is going to be 1, 3, and 3. Hits. Wounds at -2.
This will be a 5-up. Misses.
D3 damage. That's going to be 1 damage.
4-up. You pass it.
And then I've got 13 pistol shots. These are going to be on 3s and 4s. pretty good there. 4s to wound, rerolling 1s to wound here. Because of the augmentation, reroll those 1s. That is going to be 8 at no rend.
Should be 8 3-ups, followed by corpse. He's going to take 2. He'll get a 3.
My Admiral is going to shoot at Sloppy Biopiper. No lookouts are here to worry about. And he will get +1 to hit because he's shooting at a hero. So 3 2s and 4s. All 3 hit. Just 1 at -1.
This will be a 6-up.
Nope.
2 damage.
5 ups. No. He's at 2.
Gonna fire next with my Sky Wardens. And the one with the 9-inch range is going to shoot at that close Beast of Nurgle. And the long-range ones are going to go into Sloppity. So the Skyhook into Sloppity. It's going to hit and fails to wound. The Gatling gun is going to have 2 hits, no wounds there. And then the pistol into that close beast, 3s and 3s, is going to hit once and wound once at -1.
This will be a 6-up. Damage.
1 damage.
He'll be at 3.
Now, of course, the big show when it comes to shooting, the Ironclad is going to... So the Ironclad is going to put all of his shots into Orgots. I am going to use the Ironclad's Aether Gold, and I'm going to spend a command point from the Admiral to give all-out attack to the Ironclad, and I'm going to use the once per game Exploding 6s from Barak Thryng. So we're going to be on +1 to hit, Exploding 6s, and +1 to wound as well.
And rerolling 1s.
And rerolling 1s against Orgots, all of this into Orgots.
Go for it.
Do you want all-out defense?
Yeah.
So the torpedoes are going to be on 3s and 2s. Rerolling the 1s.
Is that the hit or the wound?
To hit.
Oh, okay.
3 hits, 2s to wound, just 1 at -1.
This will be a 3-up.
Okay. Then the carbines, I've got 8 shots. These are going to be 2s and 2s. Rerolling the 1s to hit. 1 6 there, so I'll get 1 extra hit. 2s to wound. That is going to be 7 at -1.
7 3-ups. He missed 2.
2 damage each.
He will be at 9. He has 5 left.
And then 4d6 shots with the volley cannon. That is 14 attacks. And these are going to be 2s and 2s. Rerolling the 1s. And then the 6s explode. I'll pick up 4 more there.
How are these 1 damage each?
2s to wound. So that is going to be 16 at -1.
So I only need to make quite a few 3-ups. Alright, so I need to make 10 of these for him to survive.
No, I don't. No, he's dead.
Okay. I'll take it. A little more shooting to do here. This Argonaut company is going to fire into the close Beast of Nurgle here. 2 of them are going to be out of range. So first, the Skyhook. All these are at +1 to hit. Hits. Fails to wound. Then the Gatling gun. It's going to have 3 hits. And 3 wounds at -1.
This will be 3 6-ups. Made 1 damage.
Those are 1 damage each.
5 ups. 2 more will go through. He's at 5.
Okay. And then the pistols. I've got 5 pistoliers and then the leader in range, so a total of 11 attacks. 3s and 4s. is 3 and no rep.
So it'll be 3 5-ups followed by 5-ups. They're just 1 damage, right?
Yep.
He will be at 7.
So he's got 1 left.
Yeah.
The hand axe from the Auric Rune Sun into that beast. 4s and 4s. He's going to miss. And then the Hearthguard, I've got 8 of them left. All their attacks into that unit. Also 4s and 4s. That is going to be 3 at no rank.
5s and 5s. No. No, he's dead.
I'll take it. And that is it for my shooting. Feel pretty good about that level of output. We now can get into charges. Going to charge first with the Ironclad. Got a 6 on dice. I'm going to spend a command point to re-roll that charge. And 6, not any better. I'm going to opt not to make that charge with the Ironclad. I don't think it gets me where I want to be, and I'll just take too much damage back. Actually, I'm going to attempt first with the Auric Rune Sun. And we got a 6-inch charge. So he will fail his charge. I'll attempt to charge with the Hearthguard Berserkers then. And they also got a 6.
Alright.
That's going to be my only charge then. I am going to start the combat phase. You've got Sloppy.
Yeah, he's gonna play his my love is like a rape fart thing.
Sure, turn off my pylons.
Yep.
I'm going to attack first with the Hearthguard then.
I'm gonna spend all the defense onto the beast.
Sure. These are all going to go into the beast. One of them is out. Just got 7 of them in. It's going to be a total of 15 attacks with the Carl there. And these are going to be 3s and 3s.
Not like how.
Not great. 3 wound. That is a total of 5 at -1.
These will be 5 5-ups. Made only 1 damage.
2 each.
And then 8 5-ups. I made 1, so he's gonna take some. I think he's dead.
Yeah, I think that kills him to the wound. He's lucky. Your activation then.
Sloppy's going to come in. I'm going to spend my command point to give him all-out attacks. So he's going to have 4 attacks, 3s and 3s, -1 run.
Ooh. So, end of the turn here, I am going to hold 1, hold 2. I don't hold more. I did complete my battle tactic, which was bring it down. So I'm going to get a total of 4 points here.
Plus you killed monster.
Plus I killed the monster for a total of 5. How'd that round go for you?
Oh, that seemed awful to me. I don't know if I loved my movement. I don't know if I could have kept Orgots out of range of the cannons no matter what I did, but I definitely feel like I could have moved better to screen him. I lost a lot of stuff to the wound, which would have been nice to keep on the table.
Right.
We do have 2 disease rolls, so these will be on 4-ups. Both go through.
Okay, so the Hearthguard are going to take 2 mortal wounds. They've got their 4-up ward, and they're going to save 1, so okay.
Yeah, it just felt bad. A lot of stuff died to the wound. Felt like there's an outside chance I could keep Orgots alive. I felt like there's an outside chance I could keep one of those beasts alive. That would have really held you up. Whereas now, where it seemed like a runaway for me, it's definitely a tight game now.
I think the big worry for me at this point is that if you get this turn, you're really going to kind of cave in my back line, start sweeping through these back objectives, and you're going to be able to summon in a big unit of Plague Bears or better than Plague Bears,
Right.
which is really going to set me into a ugly spot. But if I get the turn here, I can start doing some cleanup duty and hopefully turn things around from here.
Yep. The only thing I like is that you did kind of blow your load on souping up your Ironclad there. So
yeah, I definitely used a lot of my once per game abilities.
Quite a bit more tame now.
The turning off the ward on Orgoth's obviously huge there. Really love that ability from the Admiral, and it gives Kharadron, I think, a little bit more play into good wards. So yeah, big priority roll. I got a 6.
Oh, doesn't matter what I get.
I did actually. If you tied me, you could have gone. So obviously, in this situation, I definitely have to take, even though you're going to get to remove an objective. I'm just 2 on the back foot here if I don't take the turn. So I'll be going into the top of 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull the one in the back corner. I was contemplating getting cute, but I see no reason to not pull that one.
This one here.
Yeah.
Okay. For my battle tactic, I'm going to take Savage Spearhead.
I am going to take Finest Hour on my Lord of Afflictions.
Sure, makes sense. In the hero phase, then, just one thing to do. The Chemist is going to augment the unit of Arcanauts that he assigned. And then we can get into movement. My movement phase here, I didn't do a whole lot. I flew the Ironclad and the Admiral that's inside back over to start contesting my backline. And I just moved things up so I guarantee my Savage Spearhead. And I'm hopefully going to shoot some things off here, do a lot of damage with the Ironclad, do a lot of damage with my Hearthguard, and start to tip things in my favor here. Into the shooting phase, I'm going to fire first with my Chemist. And he is going to spend his triumph, and he's going to put these shots into the Puscoil Blade Lords. He's got 3d6 shots. That's going to be 11 shots. And these are going to be on 4s. That is just 1 at -2.
This will be a 6-up. Damage.
1 damage.
5-up. Yep, there we have one.
Okay. Just that easy, wearing them down. The Hearthguard Berserkers are going to put all of their shots into Sloppity. So 4s and 4s. That is just 1 at no end.
This will be a 5-up. Followed by a 5-up. Nope. He's
1
dead.
The Rune Sun is going to take his shot into Sloppity as well. Hits. And fails to wound. My Arcanaut company over here are going to put all their shots into the Lord of Afflictions. I've got the Gatling gun. 1 hit. Or actually, that was no hit. Sorry, they hit on 4s. The Skyhook on 3s and 3s hits. And wounds at -2.
This will be on 3-up. Nope.
D3 damage for 3 d4s.
He will be at 5.
And then the pistols, I've got 6 pistols within range plus the leader, so a total of 13 attacks. And these are on 3s and 4s. That is pretty good. That's 6 at no rank.
This will be 6 2-ups. Field 2 damage, or 3.
1 damage each.
1 damage each?
Yep.
4s. You pass 2. He'll be at 6.
Okay, I'll take it. I'm going to split my attacks here with the Ironclad then, and I'm going to put the Carbines into the Lord of Afflictions, and the Great Volley Cannon and torpedoes into the Puscoil Blade Lords. And I am going to spend a command point here for all-out attack. So the Great Volley Cannon into the Puscoil Blade Lords, 4d6 shots. Oh, very good. 18 shots. 2s and 3s. That is a total of 8 at -1.
8 5-ups. Made 1 damage.
1 damage each.
And then 7, 5 ups. I need 4 of those. So 1 will be at 4.
And then the torpedoes, 3s and 3s. 3 hits. Just 1 at -1.
So it'll be a 5 up. Pass.
Okay. And then the carbines into the Lord of Afflictions. 2s and 3s, rerolling 1s to hit. Rerolling. 3s to wound. That is 5 at -1.
These will be 5 2-ups. I need them.
Okay. My Sky Wardens are going to put all their shots into that Beast of Nurgle on the back line there.
Sure.
1 with the Skyhook, misses, and 4 with the repeater. 2 hits. 1 at -1.
This would be a 6 up. Pass.
Okay. And I'm not going to take the 2 pistol shots that would otherwise only be able to go into Sloppity because I want to make a charge here. So into the charge phase. First have a charge with the Ironclad I'm going to make. And it's getting in on a 9. Also going to make a charge with my Sky Wardens. They get +1 to charge from the Skyhook. That's a 6-inch charge. That should do it. At the start of the combat phase, I will drop bombs from the Ironclad. At its current profile, this is going to be on a 2-up. Yes, for D3 mortal wounds, 2 mortal wounds.
You need to make both of these for him survive. Or, I'm sorry, just 1. He's at 7.
Okay. So he's got 1 health left?
Yeah. And then Sloppity is going to play My Love is Like a Ripe Rape Fart.
Okay, to deny the pylons.
Yep.
I'm going to activate first, then with the Hearthguard Berserkers, and they are going to put their attacks into Sloppity, obviously. Only 3 of them here are in range. That's going to be a total of 7 attacks. 7 at 3s and 3s. That is going to be 3 at -1.
These will be 3 6-ups followed by whatever. Nope. So it's 6
damage.
I need to pass 5 of these. Nope. He's dead.
Okay. Activating here with the Lord of Afflictions.
Lord of Afflictions is going to attack.
Attacking into the Ironclad. I'm out of command points here. I'd love to all-out defense, but that is life.
3s and 3s.
Do you want to all-out attack here, or saving it for all-out attack?
2, 1 disease point. None. And then 2 more disease points. 2. So that's 2 at Norman.
2 at Norend into the Ironclad. It's on 3 ups, and it's going to pass 1, fail 1.
Just 1 damage.
1 damage. The ordering here doesn't really matter. Then I'll fight with the. I'll fight here with the Admiral first. He's got Grudge Hammer on his Scaff Hammer, so this is going to be 2s and 2s, 3 attacks. All 3 are going to hit. 6s to wound here are D3 mortals in addition, but that's just going to be 2 at -2.
I'm sorry, I spent my point for all defense.
All defense, sir. So 2 at -2.
So this is going to be 2 3-ups. Meet 'em.
Okay. And then the boarding weapons from the Ironclad currently has 8 attacks. And these are going to be 4s and 4s. That is 3 at Norend.
These will be 3 2-ups. Test them.
Okay.
Is that it?
That's it.
Oh yeah.
I then have a pile-in with the Sky Wardens because they did charge this turn. Just going to make sure that they are cleanly on the objective. So I'm going to hold 1, hold 2. I don't hold more. But I did complete my battle tactic, which was Savage Spearhead. And so I'm going to get a total of 4 points here.
Yeah, I owe... Is it... How many were there?
3 on the Ironclad.
Did it take up one?
4 on the Ironclad.
This will be 4... So this will be 4 force. 2.
Takes 2. The Admiral as well has 1 on him.
Thanks. No, he's fine. Okay. Yeah, so I'll have 2 disease rolls on the Hearthguard. These will be on 4-ups. Neither.
Okay. And we've got bottom of round 3, Nurgle.
At the start of my turn, I'm going to first count my contagion points. Get 2, 3, 8 total. So I'll bring my total to 22. I'm just going to heal myself. It's just 1 wound apiece for everything. For my battle tactic this round, I'm going to try to conquer the objective that Nick is currently holding with his Sky Wardens. For my heroic action, I am going to try to roll for an additional command point from the Lord of Afflictions. He'll get it on a 4-up.
The end of the movement phase, then, that Beast of Nurgle on a 4-up will take some mortals. Yes, it'll take D3, 4, 1.
5-up, he'll ignore it. No, he does 1. It's going to be a quick turn this round. I am not going to do any shooting. I'm not going to do any charges. So I'm going to control 1, control 2, control more. I completed my Conqueror for 5, and then I'm going to burn the objective that the Lord of Afflictions is currently within 1 inch of for a total of 6.
Sure.
Then we just have a couple of small disease rolls. We're going to start with the Admiral on a 4-up. Nope. The Ironclad on a 4-up. Yes. And the unit of Hearthguard Berserkers on a 4-up. Yes.
Okay, they've got their 4-up ward. And they take it, so that will kill 1 more. So how do you feel that round with?
Fast. At this point, I'm going to try to go for the double turn, summon some more, and then my goal would be to just chalk up enough objectives that Nick won't be able to eat his way through in the last 2 turns.
And I think that seems pretty likely at this point, but I have to do what I can.
Into priority.
Yeah, big priority roll. I got a 5, tier 3. I will take this going into round 4.
This subtract 1 from charge rolls for enemy units that do not have the Nurgle keyword. Enemy units that do not have the Nurgle keyword cannot finish a pile and move closer to a friendly Nurgle unit than they were at the start of the move.
So I finally got rid of Sloppity, and now I have my pile-ins turned off anyway. So we'll have Kharadron top of round 4. My battle tactic here is very easy to declare. I'm going to do Slay the Warlord. My heroic action, since I get 1 again, is going to be to try to get an extra command point with the Admiral. And he fails to do so.
I'm going to attempt to heal the Lord of Afflictions. I need a roll under a 9. I will not.
Second failed heal so far this game for you. My hero phase is going to be very simple. I'm just going to use the augmentation from the Chemist on the unit of Arcanauts that he's beside. During my hero phase, the Ironclad heals 1 damage. And that's my hero phase. We can get into movement. Movement here, I'm trying to apply pressure to the back right objective of Justin. Gonna try to blow the beasts off of that and then hold that objective through his turn. And then I'm just gonna have to try to scrape things together into round 5, but I think I'm just mathematically out of it on points here. There's no way I'm gonna deny a grand strat. 1 beast in range of the Warp Lightning Vortex at the end of the movement phase on a 4-up. He will take D3. It's gonna take 1 more.
5-up. Nope, I'll only be at 2.
Sure. So some shooting then. The Chemist is going to shoot into your Lord of Afflictions.
Yeah, he'll all at defense.
Okay. So 3d6 shots. That's going to be a total of 13 shots. 4s and 4s. One there to reroll. And then 4 is the wound. That's just 2 at -2.
At -2?
Yep.
These will be 4-ups. You made one this one.
1 damage.
4 more. Nope. He's at 7.
Okay, the Arcanauts are going to fire then as well. They're going to have the Skyhook at 4s and 3s. 3s and 3s because of their proximity to the objective. Fails to wound, but I get to reroll that 1 to wound because of the Chemist. Still fails. Then I've got the Gatling Gun. 3s and 5s.
3s and 5s?
Excuse me. 4s and 4s. That is just 1 at -1.
This will be 1 3-up. Missed it. Damage.
1 damage.
4 up. You made it.
Okay. And then I've got 4 Pistoliers in range. One of them's the leader, so that's going to be a total of 9 attacks. These are going to be on 3s and 4s. Rerolling 1s to hit. 4s to wound. Rerolling 1s to wound. That is going to be 4 at Nurlge.
This will be 4 2-ups. Minimum.
Okay. The Admiral then has his 3 shots. These are 3s and 4s, but he gets +1 to hit because it's a hero. So 2s and 4s, 3 hits, 2 wounds at -2.
These will be 4-ups. Nope. Damage.
2 damage each.
Need to make all of these. Ooh. He's dead.
Okay.
That was close. That was getting close.
Correction, those were at -1, but still both went through. My Ironclad is then going to shoot, and it's going to put, it's going to split its shots. It's going to put the carbine shots into the close Beast of Nurgle, and all of the rest of its shots into that farther Beast of Nurgle. Sure. So the carbines into the close Beast. This is going to be on 3s and 3s. That is 4 at -1.
These will be 4 6-ups. Made 1. Damage.
2 damage each.
Oof. All 6 will go through.
Okay.
And to which guy was it?
That was the close one. The long range shots then into that farther Beast of Nurgle. Torpedoes, 4s and 3s. It's going to be 3 hits and 2 wounds at -1.
These will be 6s. Nope.
D3 each for 6.
These will be 5s. We made 2. He'll have taken 4.
Okay. And then the Great Volley Cannon, 46 shots. That is going to be a total of 8 shots. And these are 3s and 3s. Not great, just 1 at -1.
This will be a 6-up. You pass.
Okay. The Hearthguard and the Rune Sun are going to throw all of their hand axes at that close unit of that close beast. So a total of 8 attacks, 4s and 4s. That is going to be 2 at Nurlge.
5-ups and 5-ups. Pass 1. Pass them both.
Okay. The unit of Sky Wardens is going to shoot them. The pistol is going to go into the close beast, and the longer range shots are all going to go into that back beast. So the pistol is 3s and 3s. 1 hit, 1 wound, -1.
6-up. Nope.
1 damage.
5-up. Nope.
Okay. And the longer range, the Skyhook is going to hit and fails to wound. And then the Gatling Gun got 4 hits and just 2 at -1.
And this was at the far guy.
Yes.
These are 6s. Nope.
1
Damage.
damage.
5s. Nope. He'll be at 6.
Okay. Couple of charges to make then. The Ironclad is going to attempt to charge, and it's going on a 9.
That Ironclad's a beast.
It really is. The Sky Wardens are going to attempt to charge, and they're going on a 9 as well. They get +1 to charge from the Skyhook, so a 10-inch charge. The Hearthguard are going to attempt to charge. And they've got a 9-inch. And the Auric Rune Sun is going to attempt to charge. Just 3 inches is not going to get him in. I am going to attempt to reroll that with my 1 command point. 6 inches will get him in.
He only got a 5. He's out.
Oh, he has -1 to charge because of the Nurgle Allegiance ability, as do these other ones.
This one I got it.
This one made it for sure.
Sorry.
So because of the Nurgle -1 to charge, I will fail I'll fail the Ironclad charge, but I make it in with the Sky Wardens, and so the Hearthguard are going to change their charge, and they're going to go into this beast of Nurgle here. So my first activation here is going to be with the Sky Wardens, and I'm going to put those attacks all into the beast of Nurgle that they're engaged with.
I'm going to spend a command point from Horticulus to give him +1 to save.
Sure. The totem giving them the...
Horticulus is a totem, so he should have an 18-inch range.
Sure. So I've got 3 attacks with the leaders. Sky Pike, these are going to be on 4s and 3s. 3 hits. Just 1 wound at -1.
This will be a 5-0. Nope.
Okay, D3 damage for 2.
2 5-0s. He's dead.
Okay. And then it is your activation.
I'll swing with my 1 gentleman. Alright, so my 1 beast is going to put all his attacks into the Sky Wardens. These are going to be 4s and 3s. 2 hits. 2 wounds at -1.
2 at -1, and the Sky Wardens are 5s. Gonna make both of them.
And then he'll have D6 attacks on his back. For 5. Same deal. 4s. And 3s. I'll be 3 at no, and you got a disease.
4-ups. And made 2 of those. Just 1 damage from that?
Yep.
Okay, that's going to be 1 damage on the unit. I'll then activate with the Hearthguard, and because of that pile-in, I'm going to get fewer of them in. Just going to have 4 of them in, and one of them is going to be the Carl, so a total of 9 attacks. 3s and 3s. And that is a total of 5 at -1.
This will be 5 6-ups. Need 1 and 8 damage.
Yep.
8 5-ups. Nope, he's dead.
Okay. Couple disease rolls then. We've got the Admiral.
Admiral on a 4. Yes.
Okay. He's going to attempt to pass that off to the Arcanauts on a 3-up. And he does not, so he'll take that one.
And then on the Hearthguard. Yes.
For 1?
Yep.
4 up.
They'll take it. The Sky Wardens. No.
Okay. So my battle tactic there is Slay the Warlord. I succeeded at. I'll get 2 points for that. I hold 1 and I hold 2. I do not hold more, and I cannot afford to burn this objective here, even though I'd really like to, because I feel like I'm going to need it in round 5. So we're going to be at a total of 4 points there. Your turn.
Yeah, so I'm going to total up my contagion points. I'm going to get 1 to a total of 5. That will bring me up. It's unfortunate. I was at 22. I spent 14 down to 8. I will only be at 13 now.
Sure. I am going to get a command point. You are not. You no longer have a general on the field.
I'm going to heal anything within 14 of... we'll heal D3. So first the Nurgle, or the Beast with 2 on him. He will heal 1. Unit of Pusco Bloodlords will heal 3. Go back at full strength. For my battle tactic this round, I'm going to take Ferocious Advance. I'm going to take both beasts here and my unit of Pusco Bloodlords.
Sure.
For my heroic action, I'm going to try to get a command point on Horticulus. This will go off on a 2-up.
You got it. I'm going to try to get a command point with my Rune Sun. And I did. After you move the Beast of Nurgle, I'd like to redeploy the Skywardens there.
Sure.
They are going 4 inches. And that was that free command point that I got from the heroic action.
Sure. I'm trying to consolidate my objectives to the best of my ability, and then I would like to threaten or take control of Nick's objective back here. I'm first going to roll with my beast. On a 2 up, he'll do D3. Yep. For 3.
Okay, that's going to kill 2 of the Skywardens remaining there.
And then I'm going to attempt to charge. I'm going to re-roll it with Ridiculous and Spree command point. Ugh. Great. I'm going to fight with my 1 beast into your remaining Skywarden.
Sure.
Sloppy is going to give. He's going to give 6s to Moon to Immortal. This will be 4 attacks, 4s and 3s. 2 and 3s. 2 at 1 run.
2 at 1 rend, 5 ups. Gonna make 1.
2 damage.
2 damage. He is dead. On a 4 up, he'll get to fight. Nope. We gotta do disease points at the end of your turn.
So 4 up on
Ironclad.
Ironclad. No, 4 up on.
Hearthguard?
4
Okay.
up on. Yeah, no, yes.
Okay, so he's got a 3 up pass off. And he passes it off.
So that's going to end my turn. I'm going to control 1, control 2. I don't control more, but I complete my battle tactics. So I'm going to score 4 for the round.
Puts us at 20 to 17 going into priority for round 5. So that round, I wasn't able to really gain any advantage on command points. I'm still just kind of trailing here, and we've got more ground to make up than I think I can. So we'll big priority roll. And my 5 beats your 4. I have to take it here and do what I can. For my battle tactic here, I've got to just go for broke, and I'm going to take Conquer on your back center objective.
Sure.
For my heroic action, I'm going to attempt to get a Dispel with my Admiral.
Sure.
I'm at 2 command points to your 2. So, also at the start of the hero phase, the Admiral then is going to attempt to remove the Warp Lightning Vortex. And with a 7 on dice, he will not manage it. Your heroic action?
I'm going to try for an extra command point on a 2 up.
Sure.
We'll get it.
In my hero phase, my Ironclad is going to heal 1. My Chemist is going to augment the unit of Arcanauts that he's beside, and then we can get into movement.
I'm going to spend a command point and redeploy.
What do you
my
redeploy?
Plague Bears.
Okay.
Level 3.
Good. Got some more bodies on the objective then. end of the movement phase, going to have some big Warp Lightning Vortex rolls here. If you want to roll these for me, Justin.
Sure.
The Arcanauts on a 3-up.
3s. Yep.
D3.
For 2.
Okay, that's obviously going to pull from the back here.
And then 3 up on the Ironclad.
3.
Yep. For 1.
Okay. So in my shooting phase here, I ran with a bunch of stuff. I'm going to have some Fyreslayer shots, and then I'm going to have the Ironclad. I've got 3 hand axes that can go into Sloppity. They're going to do that. These are going to be on 5s and 4s. Just 1 hit and 1 wound. No run.
4 or 5. I'm sorry, and then a 5. Nope, he's got 1.
And then 5 Hearthguard into that close beast or Nurgle. 4s and 4s. 3 hits. 2 at Noreth.
5s and 5s. I'll take 1. He's at 2.
Going to shoot now with the Ironclad. I am going to use a command point from the Admiral to give it all-out attack, and I'm going to put the Great Volley Cannon into Sloppy Bilepiper, and the rest of my profiles into the Horticulus.
I'll spend a command point to for Horticulus.
Horticulus on all-out defense.
Yep.
Okay, I spent the command point for all-out attack. So first up on Sloppity, it's going to be 4d6 shots with the Great Volley Cannon. That's going to be a total of 15 attacks. With the all-out attack canceling out the Lookout Sir, these are going to be 3s and 3s. That is 6 at -1.
This will be 6 6-ups followed by 5 ups. Is this 1 damage?
Yep.
I need 3.
1 damage each.
And then 5 ups. Need 2 more. He takes 1. He's at 2.
And then the rest of the profiles into Horticulus. These are going to be with the torpedoes, 3s and 3s. Rerolling 1s here to hit. 2 at -1.
These will be 2 4-ups.
D3 damage. 2 damage.
He's got 2 on him.
And then 8 shots with carbines, 2s and 3s. Rerolling 1s to hit. 3 wound. That is going to be 7 at -1.
This will be 7 4-ups. It's 2.
2 damage each.
2. He'll take 2. He's at 4.
Okay. Into the charge phase then, I've got the Fyreslayers, the Hearthguard, they're going to charge. And they got a 5-inch charge. I'm going to spend a command point to reroll that. And a 4-inch charge. And with that, I think with you shutting off my pylons, there will be no way for me to take that objective and burn it. So that's just going to mean I'm not going to be able to get my Conquer, not going to be able to get the extra point from that, and I'm too far behind on points. So I'll call it there. Good game, Justin.
Good game.
Congratulations on winning the Golden Baby.
Oh, you know what? I feel good about winning. I feel bad about how I did it. But every win counts. I feel like I kind of wasted Orgots, but I'm going to have to watch a tape on it.
Well, when you talk about wasting monsters, I think I definitely outdid you in this game.
I thought I had... I should have measured. I thought I had put my 2 beasts close enough to block him coming through those 2.
Sure.
And then when he got in, I was like, oh, well, I would have done exactly what you did. Why? It just was the right thing to do. And then, you know, Nurgle does what Nurgle does and survives a lot, and you miss a couple rolls, and you get outside of, you know, all-out attack range, and it just ends up being that you don't do as much damage. And, you know, I just crushed him on the way back, just between mortal wounds and stuff like that.
It felt like with a little bit of chip shooting and then 2 rounds of combat that I'd have a pretty good chance of bringing down Orgots. And of course, knowing that he wouldn't be able to run away, the Krondspine just has such good rend But yeah, just took it, right? And so you put me on the back foot immediately. I think with Krondspine, if I play a little more cagey with him, maybe throw him into a beast that first turn and just kill a beast and settle that. Although I only did, I think, 3 damage total, so maybe he wouldn't have even accomplished that. But if I just go over there, kill a beast, and then force you to deal with him on 2 of your turns instead of giving you 1 of my turns at it, I think I'm in a much better spot there.
Yeah, it really early it swung on that, but then getting Orgots like the doubling me back in turn 3. My double turn wasn't super effective. I was just because the middle of the board was kind of dead for me, and I kind of got into it early, because I was in your back objective, and I just wanted to kind of start holding and stuff like that. I wasn't, basically Horticulus and a couple of beasts never did anything all game,
right?
Except for hold, and so these were successful in a way, but I also thought they posed a challenge to you at a point where you weren't able to kind of come through the middle until the end when.
I didn't really have anything to project to the middle. I was fighting my Hearthguard on one side. The boat's just going to be wherever. And then I just had my Arcanauts kind of holding objectives, so as they do. They're never going to get up and take anything off. So I felt pretty comfortable just kind of shutting off the middle and saying that your slow army was going to have to take the long way around, and my boat was going to hop around back and forth.
The Ironclad, I think, is still... I mean, maybe it's just a especially good matchup, but I never felt comfortable charging anything into it. It felt like after it really blew its load to kill Orgots, it wasn't especially effective in shooting, but it still did work.
The fact that the army just kind of army-wide has -1 to rend means that hero monsters are always going to be a massive problem. Very durable units, anything that you can really stack saves on are going to be an incredible problem. And against Nurgle, honestly, everything's a problem.
Yeah, it just, nothing dies fast.
Yeah.
I think I had some good 5-ups, I had some bad 5-ups, it's kind of how it goes.
Yeah, those things balance out, but it just makes, even a Beast of Nurgle is effectively 12 wounds.
A real turning point was when Lord of Affliction survived on 1 wound in the back of the table. It allowed me to hold that objective and kind of back off and get out of dodge with stuff while still being able to burn that objective, which seemed consequential later. Yeah, it was 2 slow armies with an Ironclad popping over. I think if I move Orgots just straight over to the middle objective.
Sure.
My concern was, so I was hemming and hawing about it. I didn't know if I should boo him there, because now I felt he's just sitting there, and I'm just having a 300-point model that is just sitting on the middle of objective. I don't want to send him through there. There's no place to go there. I mean, I guess I could have brought him in later, but I just felt like he's got to stay in the action closer there to the left-hand side of the board where your Hearthguard and things are coming. But if I had to do it over again, I'd just get him to the middle objective, try to heal him up a couple rounds, and then see what happens.
Yeah, I think that probably would have ultimately been better. But what he accomplished, he still swung above his points, right? He ate a 400-point model and then some. Right?
I've never been disappointed with Orgots. Playing against him or playing with him, it seems like he's just been awesome for 300 points.
Absolutely. And Nurgle continues to impress.
Yeah, they're just being resilient in this game and having we say it every time, resiliency, a little bit of summoning, and disease points that just chip. Right. And, just good units that do a lot of mortal wounds. It's just a ton of chip, a ton of resilience, and they stick around, and they have a couple monsters that do a lot of work.
Now, when we look at what you actually killed this game, you got a unit of Arcanauts, you got a unit of Sky Wardens round 4.
Yep.
So a total of 16 wounds there.
Krondspine.
And then you killed the Krondspine, right? So you killed everything you needed to, obviously, to get the win, but you did not take a lot off the table.
These guys are just never leaving. Hearthguard Berserkers, they're just
that way.
never leaving the board. I mean, it was constantly like, why do I even go into those guys? They're just going to be around. Right. And they still hit hard, too. Nurgle pile-on shenanigans help a lot to minimize.
For sure.
Pile-on shenanigans are just awesome, period. But
so consequential to have Sloppity there and just kind of shut off their pylons. And yes, I could have shot off Sloppity on a couple of those turns, but I really needed that damage elsewhere.
Yeah, Sloppity is like one of those guys. I love him every time he's on the table, and if you choose to like prioritize getting rid of him, well, so be it. I'll summon another one, or
bring in another one next
or
turn.
you just had to overkill him to make sure you got rid of him.
And in that last round of shooting, I put the Great Volley Cannon into him, got a good number of shots, 15 shots, and did 2 damage.
Yeah.
And that's just what he does.
It's just a beast. I mean, I going back, I still think like if we play this matchup 10 times, you probably win 7.
I don't know. Certainly if I just played Krondspine better, that improves my win rate by 10 or 20% probably.
Yeah. But there's just so much good stuff in this list. I think when you were first describing it to me, you said bringing the best units from 4 different armies, or 3 different armies, plus
4 counting the Warp Lightning Vortex.
Yeah, 4. If you want to say, are you counting Krondspine?
Well, he's not really from a different army, but yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you bring Krondspine, and then you have Hearthguard with a hero, great. Warp Lightning Vortex, great, and Ironclad. Just it's really challenging to get rid of an Ironclad if you don't have effective shooting.
For sure. Now this is very similar to my Vault Wars list, but that one's a little bit different. It doesn't have I've got the Admiral in one of my sideboard options, so when I need to remove a ward, I can. And then it's got dragons in the other sideboard, or excuse me, it's got the Hearthguard in the other sideboard option, and it's always got the presence of dragons. That was pre-Thondia rules fixed in, so I can't run the Krondspine there, but I'm.
What do you make a dragons? Lately, when I've been playing against them, or I feel like when they're in a pack of 2, they're very swingy. They either like outdo what their points are, or they kind of can come off the table pretty quickly if you got some mortal wounds on them.
I think the biggest thing with dragons for me right now is just their mobility and their speed.
Yeah.
They can really be anywhere on the table for 1 turn, right? They've got the 24-inch move and then charge, which can get them anywhere with 10 effective models in a small footprint so they can grab an objective. They are not a killing threat. Generally, they can bully battle line units fine. They can throw some mortal wounds into something, but their melee punch is not enough to take out durable units. But when you can move 24 inches and then have a 12-inch shot and your charge, they certainly can pick off a vital hero very effectively. Something like getting them into Sloppity would obviously be pretty effective here. They're a great pinning unit, especially with their 3-inch coherency. You can do a lot of pinning if you want to. But I think they're past the point where they are a problematic unit in the game. I think Prime Targets really punishes them.
Yeah, and there's a lot. I mean, you could either call them good or problematic. There's just a lot of problematic good units in the game right now. Like, they're all over the place with almost every army. And, like, with the release schedule we're seeing, God, I could just imagine at the end of next year just being at a place where, like, every army is pretty good.
Certainly every army that's gotten a book so far, we look at it, and some of the books we've misjudged early on, potentially, although we didn't really sleep on Nurgle. Fyreslayers, I think we maybe misjudged a little bit. I think Fyreslayers is sneakily better than we thought it was.
No.
But every book that they've brought out for 3.0, and really every book back to the Soulblight release, has just been a banger of a book.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to put down Nurgle after Vault Wars just because I've played them a lot and I have a lot of armies to play, so I might as well start getting out there. And Beast of Chaos has been really calling my name.
Sure.
And IDK has been calling my name. So there's so many armies to play, so little time, right?
And then we've got 2 more kind of right around the corner because
I'm not missing that the books haven't been released yet. I'm still catching up.
The Night Haunt book I am super excited about. I got some Blade Geists on the way.
Any way that is busted.
Do I think Night Haunt is busted?
Yeah.
No. I think that Night Haunt is very, very strong in a melee matchup, and very, very strong when it can get the initiative and keep the initiative. when it makes those charges out of Deep Strike and things like that. But Nighthaunt still has the vulnerability to shooting at key pieces that will hold them back somewhat.
Does I haven't looked super hard at the book. Does Orlinder have a pass off?
Olinder has a 4-up ward.
That's solid. I mean, that's
better
huge.
than a pass off. Yeah. And then the Spirit Hosts offer a pass up to any hero, and that would include Olinder. So
it's gonna be a great book.
I think it's just gonna be fantastic. I think the amount of damage that Nighthaunt can now do when they hit a couple, I mean, even one of those 8 to 9 inch charges, or 8 to 10 inch charges, however that number breaks, I forget. If you get one of those rend reduction charges on a target, and then put through the volume of solid attacks that they can do now, they're going to blow people up occasionally. Yeah. I think they're a great book. They always had the durability, especially in this kind of meta. They always had the durability. Now they've got the punch.
Do you think you go on pre-release this weekend? That weekend being Mother's Day weekend, we hear about them going pre-release
I think they'll go pre-release the following weekend. Yeah.
I would love to see some spoilers on that Daughter's book, just to see what do you change in that book.
Yeah, it's a great book right now, and but its internal balance is kind of poor, and I'd love to see them fix that.
Exciting things ahead, and just amazing that GW gave us a roadmap. Honestly, I was
Games Workshop.
Yeah, I was telling Nick that my interest sometimes ebbs and flows, and I felt like a little bit of an ebb lately, and then seeing what we actually have coming here, it's let's have some fun, let's get these things out, and let's get excited. That Sylvaneth release they showed, all these Sylvaneth players we knew. Mm-hmm. I mean,
super excited about
just lost their minds.
Skaven, even though the model line refresh isn't coming, which a lot of people were hoping for, just getting updated rules and effective rules in that faction is gonna be just a game changer, because it's such a deep roster that there is going to be good stuff. There's going to be good builds out of that book. You know it.
And the other thing is, I just think they've gotten better at writing books.
Absolutely.
That's just exciting. Whenever I hear an army's getting a book lately, it's just it's going to be good. There's going to be something that's fun and makes the army good. So
you no longer have that fear that you're going to get Slaanesh
or
one way or another.
Sylvaneth 2.0 or
and to a counterpoint, none of the books come out and really blow things up.
No,
the books come out, they're strong, they're competing at the top of the meta. But they aren't the sorts of things where we look at it and say, well, this is just unsustainable.
And they're actually the new books are actually balancing things. I think Stormcast, because of some of the armies we've seen come out since, have come down a little bit just because of other things. And that balance, like you said, dragons aren't as good because you get an extra point when they're prime hunters. So
I'm still not entirely a fan of the prime hunters, prime targets approach. I think it's clever. I'm glad they're trying new things. I don't like the sort of rules bloat and separate document that it represents. So I have some frustrations there. But the fact that they're willing to really try to tackle this balance, it just puts the game in a much better spot.
Another exciting thing is they kind of slipped in that there might be more incarnates coming for each of the realms.
I want 8 of them.
That would be so... that sounds really exciting to me. More options. Let's have fun. I'm more try to stay towards my army. I don't think. Do I soup that much? I do soup with Big Wah.
Occasionally, yeah. Well, Big Wah is internally souped, right?
Yeah. But the Incarnate is great, fun. Mm-hmm. It might, today it didn't perform how we've seen it perform in the past. But
I think that was more of a strategy failing than a model failing.
Just maybe a dice failing more than that even.
I think the Incarnate, the Gur Incarnate that we got, Krondspine, I think probably a little bit overtuned at its points. Adjust the points up a little bit. I think it's a great spot, and I've said it before, I think it pulls the bottom up. And I love that in the meta. These armies that aren't getting books right now, they all have a little bit more new life, and Kharadron's one of them.
Yeah. Last thing I'll say, and we can probably wrap up now, because anyone that's still with us is a
the real
serious trooper.
Yeah.
But my happiest thing, glad I got the golden baby, but for the rest of Nick's life, he's gonna know the guy that popped Krondspine's cherry by taking him off the table in 2 goes.
Nope, I lost Krondspine in my last game as well.
But not like that.
Well, no, not like that. I played him much better. How's that?
Well, I'm just gonna remember it that way. Nick
Fair
will
enough.
remember it differently, but
Fair enough. I've had Krondspine last to the end of the game only once so far, but he has been in my games prior to this. Absolute MVP on his way to death. So, thanks everybody for watching, hanging out with us, and staying this long. You are a genuine legend for managing it. We've got some exciting things coming up on the channel, some announcements. We're going to be broadening our scope a little bit, and we've got some conversations coming up about that. So we're excited about that. Stay tuned for those things. Thanks for hanging out. We've got our Discord link below. Please join, and we'd love to have you join the conversation. And
smash like and subscribe.
Smash like and subscribe. And thanks everybody for hanging out.
Thanks, guys.